If you had a chance to view the bin Laden photos taken after his death, would you? That was the question posed to members of the Intelligence and Armed Services Committees of the House and Senate. Joining me now, two members of the House Armed Services Committee, Colorado Republican Doug Lamborn, who viewed the photos on Thursday, and another Colorado Republican, Congressman Mike Coffman, who chose not to view the pictures. Gentlemen, welcome to you both.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to be with you.
All right, Congressman Lamborn, I'll start with you. Why was it important for you to see the pictures?
A couple of reasons. One is it brought me some closure. It was more emotional than I thought it was. And I think all Americans should have that same opportunity, especially the victims' families. But, you know, every American was traumatized to some degree. And, you know, I think it would help the whole world to see that, yes, this man was killed by Americans. He waged war on Americans. He killed innocent Americans. And it took a while, but we got to him. And that's a good message to send to the bad guys out there.
All right, so some closure for you, but Congressman Coffman, why was it a no for you to take a look at those pictures?
Well, it would not have been a good use of my time, and I've been around war all my life. As a young person growing up with a father who was a career soldier, as a soldier myself, later as a United States Marine, a combat veteran, and now as a member of the Armed Services Committee who often visits the wounded at Bethesda and Walter Reed, it just wasn't a good use of my time. It wasn't necessary for me to see it. I know that he's dead, and that's what the American people know, and Al-Qaeda certainly acknowledged that.
And Congressman Lamborn, do you think there is any public interest to be served by a broader release of those pictures?
Well, I think for Americans who were traumatized, I think there is some closure involved. Also, it shows that America is victorious. And, you know, I am concerned about the possibility of incitement. That's a valid concern. But I don't think that the feelings of terrorists should drive American policy.
And Congressman Coffman, let me ask you an offshoot of that, because we understand there are some terror groups out there who are using what are photoshopped, essentially fake pictures that they say are the photos of bin Laden after he was killed. If they're using the fake pictures anyway, some argue, why not put out the real ones?
Well, I don't think we should release the images and allow them to be a rallying point for opposition against the United States. I think that it's widely acknowledged that he was killed. We have great opportunities right now to exploit the opportunities from the death of Osama bin Laden in terms of defeating radical Islam and the global war on terror, and I think we need to take those opportunities now. And we've been I think the president certainly been advised by the intelligence community not to release the photos. I think the problem oftentimes with American foreign policy and how we view things is that we think the whole world is just like us. If only given the opportunity, they will be like us. And I think culturally, I think we need to defer to some of the professionals. I think in time these photos can be released, but now is not the time.
Congressman Lamborn, do you agree with the decision the president's made thus far, with all those factors in play, not to more widely release these photos?
It's a close question, and reasonable people can differ. I disagree with the president. I think more good would be served to Americans than would be done by not releasing them. So I think we should release them. They're going to come out sooner or later anyway. Let's don't take the most graphic ones. Let's take one of the least graphic ones, and this will prove he's dead. And it shows that America is victorious, and that's a good message.
Well, this is the same debate undoubtedly being had in homes and kitchen tables around the country. So we thank you both for joining us to weigh in on the respective sides of this. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.